Horcrux. A Horcrux is a dark magical artifact created by splitting one's soul through murder, considered one of the most forbidden practices in the wizarding world. This process requires the murderer to embed a fragment of their soul into an object, ensuring their immortality as long as the Horcrux remains intact. Introduced in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the concept of Horcruxes becomes central to the series as Harry Potter learns about Lord Voldemort's ultimate quest for immortality. What makes Voldemort uniquely dangerous is his decision to create not just one but 7 Horcruxes, believing this would make him invincible. These Horcruxes, carefully chosen as objects of personal significance or magical importance, are spread across the wizarding world and heavily protected by spells and curses. Destroying them becomes Harry's primary mission in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, a task that requires extraordinary bravery, skill, and sacrifice. Tom Riddle's Diary. Tom Riddle's Diary is introduced in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, where it plays a pivotal role in the events surrounding the reopening of the chamber. At first glance, the diary appears to be an ordinary leather-bound book, but it has the unique ability to interact with its user. Ginny Weasley, the youngest of the Weasley family, falls victim to the diary's influence, writing her thoughts and feelings into its pages. Through the diary, a younger version of Voldemort, as Tom Riddle, manipulates Ginny, forcing her to open the Chamber of Secrets and unleash the basilisk. The diary is more than a simple Horcrux. It contains a fully sentient fragment of Voldemort's teenage soul, capable of speech and action. The diary not only serves as a Horcrux but also as a tool to further Voldemort's agenda of eradicating Muggleborns. By using Ginny, Voldemort nearly succeeds in killing students at Hogwarts and closing the school. Harry encounters the diary in the Chamber of Secrets and realizes its connection to Ginny's possession. In a dramatic battle with the basilisk, Harry retrieves a fang from the dead creature and uses it to destroy the diary, unaware at the time that he has eliminated one of Voldemort's Horcruxes. This destruction highlights Harry's courage and sets the stage for the larger quest to dismantle Voldemort's immortality. Marvolo Gaunt's Ring. The ring is introduced in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince as part of Voldemort's family history. It once belonged to Marvolo Gaunt, Voldemort's maternal grandfather, and is a relic of the Gaunt family's connection to Salazar Slytherin. Voldemort steals the ring from his uncle, Morphin Gaunt, and transforms it into a Horcrux after murdering his Muggle father and grandparents. The ring holds dual significance. It is both a Horcrux and the Resurrection Stone, one of the 3 Deathly Hallows, though Voldemort is unaware of its additional properties. Dumbledore retrieves the ring from the Gaunt family home, but his curiosity about the Resurrection Stone leads him to put it on, triggering a powerful curse. The curse blackens his hand and begins to spread through his body, forcing Snape to intervene and slow its progress. Using the Sword of Gryffindor, imbued with basilisk venom, Dumbledore destroys the ring as a Horcrux. The ring's destruction is significant not only because it weakens Voldemort, but also because it reveals Dumbledore's vulnerability. His decision to risk the curse reflects his own flaws and desires, as the Resurrection Stone represents his longing to reunite with his family. This Horcrux ties Voldemort's immortality to his hatred for his Muggle roots, showcasing his deep-seated fear of his own humanity. Salazar Slytherin's Locket. The Locket, a treasured heirloom of Salazar Slytherin, represents Voldemort's connection to his Slytherin ancestry. Voldemort steals it from Hepzibah Smith, a wealthy collector, after murdering her to obtain it alongside Helga Hufflepuff's cup. He hides the locket in a seaside cave, protected by deadly enchantments, including a basin filled with a poison that must be consumed to retrieve the Horcrux. Dumbledore and Harry retrieve the locket in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, but it turns out to be a fake. A note inside reveals that Regulus Black, Voldemort's disillusioned Death Eater, had stolen the real locket and sacrificed himself to destroy it, though he ultimately failed. The real locket is found in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in the possession of Dolores Umbridge, who uses it as a symbol of her power. Harry, Ron, and Hermione steal the locket during a daring mission into the Ministry of Magic. The locket exerts a malevolent influence on its wearer, amplifying negative emotions, and becomes a source of tension among the trio. Ron ultimately destroys the locket with the Sword of Gryffindor, overcoming the visions of his deepest fears and insecurities that the Horcrux projects. This destruction is a pivotal moment for Ron, as it signifies his personal growth and his ability to overcome feelings of inadequacy. The locket also highlights the emotional toll of carrying Horcruxes, as they prey on the bearer's darkest thoughts and fears. Helga Hufflepuff's Cup. Helga Hufflepuff's Cup, a small golden goblet with magical properties, is another significant Horcrux tied to Hogwarts founders. Voldemort steals it from Hepzibah Smith, who admires it as a relic of Hufflepuff's legacy and transforms it into a Horcrux by murdering her. The cup is hidden in Bellatrix Lestrange's vault at Gringotts Wizarding Bank, a location Voldemort deems impenetrable due to its security and the curses protecting the vault. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry, Ron, and Hermione infiltrate Gringotts disguised as Bellatrix and her companions. The vault is enchanted with a multiplying curse, creating an avalanche of treasure that nearly traps the trio. They escape with the cup using a dragon, an exhilarating sequence that demonstrates their ingenuity and resilience. Later, Hermione destroys the cup in the Chamber of Secrets using a basilisk fang, echoing Harry's earlier destruction of the diary. The cup's destruction removes yet another piece of Voldemort's soul and further demonstrates the trio's resourcefulness. Rowena Ravenclaw's Diadem. The diadem of Rowena Ravenclaw, inscribed with the words, "Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure," is a legendary artifact believed to have been lost centuries ago. Voldemort discovers its location as a student at Hogwarts and hides it in the Room of Requirement, a place he considers inaccessible to others. Harry learns about the diadem from the ghost of Helena Ravenclaw, the Grey Lady, who reveals its tragic history and Voldemort's role in its disappearance. During the Battle of Hogwarts, Harry, Ron, and Hermione enter the Room of Requirement to retrieve the diadem. They are confronted by Draco Malfoy, Vincent Crabbe, and Gregory Goyle, who attempt to stop them. Crabbe unleashes Fiendfire, a magical fire that consumes everything in its path, inadvertently destroying the diadem. The trio narrowly escapes the fire, leaving behind the consumed Horcrux. The destruction of the diadem represents the unraveling of Voldemort's connection to Hogwarts and his legacy of cunning and ambition. Nagini the Snake. Nagini, Voldemort's trusted snake, is the only living creature turned into a Horcrux. Nagini becomes a Horcrux after Voldemort murders Bertha Jorkins, a Ministry employee, during his resurrection in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Nagini serves as both a Horcrux and a constant companion to Voldemort, often carrying out his orders and attacking his enemies. She is heavily guarded during the events of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, as Voldemort becomes increasingly paranoid about her safety. In a pivotal moment during the Battle of Hogwarts, Neville Longbottom rises to heroism by using the Sword of Gryffindor to kill Nagini. Nagini death destroys the final deliberate Horcrux and leaves Voldemort's soul completely exposed, making him mortal once again. Harry Potter, the Unintentional Horcrux. Harry Potter becomes an unintentional Horcrux when Voldemort's killing curse backfires during his attack on the Potters. A fragment of Voldemort's soul latches onto Harry, granting him a mental connection to Voldemort and the ability to speak Parseltongue. This connection is both a blessing and a curse, providing Harry with insights into Voldemort's plans while endangering his life. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Harry learns that he must sacrifice himself to destroy the Horcrux within him. In the Forbidden Forest, Harry allows Voldemort to strike him with the killing curse. The act destroys the Horcrux, but Harry survives due to his mother's protective magic. This moment underscores Harry's bravery and selflessness, cementing his role as Voldemort's ultimate adversary.